Good morning, happy campers. This is Cubs from Cooking with Cubs, your favourite gourmet guru. Here we are in our new house at the Rob Roy. I have a new apron, courtesy of Rachel, and I'm going to try a new recipe. Well, not really a new recipe. This came out of an old German cookbook from days gone by, and it's one my family absolutely loves. I hope you enjoy it too. On the veranda, just outside my bedroom, I have the beginnings of a small herb garden, including some flat-leaf parsley, a perennial basil bush, and a rather faded rosemary. Pick some fresh herbs, a little bit of celery, flat-leaf parsley, some basil, a little dried rosemary, just to garnish my delicious savoury mince. The stage is set for a nice savoury mince, which is the starting point of my recipe, with mashed potato. Some of you might call it cottage pie. I call it potato mince supreme. Firstly, I want you to take note of my lovely chef's knife with all the flutes, solid handle. This is going to make a world of difference. To start with, I will chop up my potatoes, get them on the boil. Sharp as a razor. Place these in a pot of salted cold water. About a dessert spoonful of salt. Looks about right. Now, my pumpkin, or butternut in this case, takes about the same time to cook as potatoes. So I'll dice, slice, and add it to the pot at the same time. Let that boil for about 15 to 20 minutes until it's nice and soft. Now I can prepare my onions. And note well, I don't cut them right to the very end, else they will fall apart too soon. I'll leave a little base, then I finally chop them. Always try and keep your nails to the front so you don't slice your fingers. Same again here, leave a small base to hold the onion together. Now I'll peel, slice and dice the second onion. Oh, that should be enough garlic. It. And as my brother Ron taught me, before you add your garlic, put in about a teaspoonful of salt on top of the garlic, mash and smash it, and all the juices will hopefully be absorbed by the garlic. And the salt will all mix. For my mince, I use a big frying pan, a dash of finest olive oil. Brown my mince. Using only a wooden spoon. Trying to mess up the Teflon, do you? Meanwhile, I can add my pepper and salt. I only use the finest white pepper, not pepper substitute. About 2 teaspoons, 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt, depending upon taste. Browning very nicely. Now I can add my onion. And this is not tomato, it's the red bell pepper. A few herbs can sneak in, that doesn't matter. The garlic I'll wait until a little later because you don't want it going bitter. Now add the garlic and the rest of my herbs. Yes, of the good stuff. Dimmersfontein pinotage, a wheaty tipple. Not to be mean, I'll put a cupful in this mince as well. Let it reduce a little. How generous can you be? Or perhaps even a little more. Enough, enough. Cheers. Have some young, freshly picked carrots. I'll top and tail them and grate them. Mix everything pretty well with the bovril added. Add a wee bit of boiling water. Now I can add my tomato to the mix. One lovely sun-ripened tomato, freshly washed. I'll try to do it quite finely so that it mixes in with the mince very well. I've always been told when you do tomatoes, you add a pinch of sugar to take away the acidity and improve the flavour. I've scrambled up one egg. Drained the potatoes and butternut. Now I'm ready to mash it and layer out my delicious cottage pie. Just mix that in a little. And here's where I cheat a little. I add in a good dollop of tomato sauce. Scrambled my egg, one egg to add to my potato. I've drained the potato, and now I'm ready to mash it with the egg, a dollop of butter and a good bit of cream. Firstly, with one layer of mashed potato, nicely spread. In a buttered Corningware dish, in fact, I'm going to put all the mince in. That's the main filling. That's been cooking for about half an hour now. All the flavours should have merged beautifully. I've added pepper and salt and a dash of cayenne pepper. The last layer of mash. Lay that out quite nicely. Thinner layer than the bottom layer. This is actually a leveling course because I still have to add my cheese. Right, we've got the finest mature cheddar, at least 1 year old. Grate that in. I'm just coarsely grating it. A few dobs of butter. I think that's about ready to pop in the oven. Got the oven set at 180, middle shelf. I'll come back in half an hour and see. This is your host with the most, Cubs, saying cheers, arrivederci, and hasta luego. And yes, if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window.